Good morning student, I'm Rose. Today we are going to learn a new chapter, that is standard 7, Geography, chapter 7, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. So we are going to learn about the chapter 7, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. So in this chapter we learn about the natural vegetation and wildlife. That means there are different animals or different types of forests which are present on the earth's surface. Okay, so we are going to learn about that. Okay, so in the last chapter you have learned about the hydrosphere. Yes or no? You have learned about the hydrosphere. In this chapter you are going to learn about this, that is natural vegetation and wildlife. So first of all, if we will understand what is natural vegetation. What is natural vegetation? It is actually a plant's life or a plant's or flora it is called. The plants or the living plants which is present on the earth surface is called the flora. Okay. All the plant's life, whether it is a small grass till up to the large trees are called the natural vegetation. That means the vegetation of the forest which is being present or grown naturally, which grows naturally without the interference of the human beings is called the natural vegetation. Okay, so under it contains from the grass to till all the tall trees comes under the natural vegetation. Okay, so this natural vegetation is classified into three. That is, we are going to that is forest, grassland and the shrubs. That means shrubs is the smallest one, grassland is the grass and the forest. So these are the important three types of natural vegetation present on the earth's surface. So today we are going to learn about the forest vegetation of the forest. Okay, so in that there are different regions, different types of vegetation which is present on the earth's surface, and this is divided according to the zones of the earth's surface. According to the zones of the earth's surface. So according to zones of the earth's surface, we will just draw it the earth's surface, and it has its own zones. Yes or no? This is the equator. Yes. This is the equator which is 0 degree. This is the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, and the Arctic Circle. So this is Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 half degree. This is 66 half. Yes, and North. This is 23 half degree. South and 66 half degree. Okay, so these are the important zones or the important meridians or the important latitudes of the earth's surface. It is also called the hit zones of the earth's surface. It is also called the hit zones of the earth's surface. So these forests are divided according to the hit zones of the earth's surface. Okay, so first we are going to talk about the tropical evergreen forest. We are going to talk about the tropical evergreen forest. The forest which is present in between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, these are the areas. Okay, so the forest which is present in between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. These are the areas. Okay, these are the areas. Okay, so it is also divided into two parts. Okay, tropical deciduous forest and tropical evergreen forest. Yes or no? So if you talk about the tropical comes under the Tropic of Cancer, in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So this in the tropical region, it is the forest is also divided into two parts. That is the tropical evergreen forest and tropical deciduous forest. So tropical evergreen forest, it is first point is tropical evergreen forest. So this is present near the equator. This is present near the equator. That means we can say around 10 degree latitudes. Around the 10 degree latitudes. Okay. So this means we can say this area around this area. Okay, between this area. Okay. So the forest which is present near the equator. Okay, and here, and it is very close to the equator. It is very, as I told you, it is near the equator, and they are mainly, for example, if you talk about the Amazon basin or the Amazon forest and the Zaire basin and Vietnam and Indonesia. Okay, the Amazon, then Zaire, okay, Indonesia and Vietnam. These are the important tropical forests which is present on the present on this zone. Okay, so Amazon we can know where it is. It is present in the Brazil. Then you have the what we call Zaire, which is present in the Africa. Okay, then you have the Indonesia. It is present in Indonesia and Vietnam basin, which is present in the in this area. In this area, main features of this tropical evergreen forest, we can say that here the always the land or the plant is always green throughout the year. Why it is called the evergreen? Here maybe the main purpose is that we can say here the leaf which falls or the it is not at the same time. It is not at the same time. It has different time. It's a different time. Okay. So for example, I'm talking if one plant, or we can say if one tree is here one tree, and it has a plant, you can see here. Okay, so this is a tree. Okay, what happens in this type of forest? The plant present in this type of forest, what happens? When the leaf falls down after the it's aging, or when leaf falls down, what happens? If this is falling out, what happens? This will remain green. This part, topmost area will remain green. And what happens when the leaves or the leaves comes here again, another new leaves? What happens? Here it will become green, and again the plants of the topmost here again it will fall. This one it will fall. Now this one will not come. This topmost layer of the plants will fall. Leaves of the plants will fall. Okay. So what happens is in one tree it takes a different timing of falling of the trees. So due to that, what happened? The plants in the evergreen forest remain almost green. Okay. For example, in here we can say that in the autumn season all the plants, all the leaves of the plants, what we call fall down. Yes or no? Falls down. Okay. But in the tropical evergreen forest, what happened? It doesn't happen that way. It has it has its own timing. Yes or no? If one plant start to fall down its leaves, what happens? The another plants it remain green and it will grow. Okay, so it will grow new plants, and then at the same plant it will fall down again. It will regrow the new leaves. Okay, so this is what happens. That means we can say, and the climate of this region, the climate of this area is, we can say, hot and humid. We can say it always rains. It always rains. Okay, so the area of this tropical region is so much wet and humid type of soil we can find. And here in the Brazil, mainly in the Brazil, this tropical evergreen forest is also called the selvas. It is also called the selvas because we can say here this plants absorb a large amount of carbon dioxide, and we can say take out the oxygen. Due to that, this tropical evergreen forest in the Brazil is called the selvas. Okay, so here in this tropical evergreen forest, some part of the plants which grow here, we can say ebony, mahogany, firewood, rosewood. Okay, so these are the important plants which grow in the tropical evergreen forest. And mainly the animals which live here in the tropical evergreen forest, the monkeys, snakes, lizards. Okay, so crocodiles, okay, elephants. These are the important animals which live in the tropical evergreen forest, and these animals are favorable, adapted to the tropical evergreen forest. Okay, next we are going to talk about the tropical deciduous forest. Okay, so it is this region, this tropical deciduous forest we are going to talk. Okay, so this is near the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so these tropical deciduous forest mainly is present near the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. But evergreen forest present near the equator. So this is what is the difference. Okay, so in the tropical deciduous forest, what happens? The climate here is mainly, we can say, dry somewhat, because we can say here the rain is not Okay, so here mainly the forest is not dense. Forest is not dense. But in tropical evergreen forest, the forest is so much dense you cannot enter. That much dense it is. Okay, but in tropical deciduous forest, due to the lack of rain, what happened? The forest in the deciduous forest is not that much. What we call not that much dense, and we can say the leaves fall. Leaf falls has some time during the autumn season. Autumn season, what happened? All the leaves of this tropical deciduous forest, what happened? It falls down, and after some time spring, it will come out. Yes or no? So this is what it happens in tropical deciduous forest. Okay. So what happened here? Mainly the trees which grow here is the tussar, then you have the sal, deodar, okay, then you have the teak, neem, sal. These are the important trees which are present in the tropical deciduous forest, okay. And the animals like lion, elephant, tiger, cheetah, then you have the monkeys, langurs, okay, these are the important animals which are adapted to the tropical deciduous forest. Next we are going to talk about the temperate evergreen forest. The temperate evergreen forest. Okay. So this is present, this region, that means temperate region is present in between the Tropic of Capricorn and Arctic Circle, and Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle. Okay, these are the area where the temperate zone is present. This is the area where temperate zone is present. Okay, and there are two types. There are two types of forest here is also present. That is the tropical evergreen forest. Sorry, temperate evergreen forest and temperate deciduous forest. Temperate deciduous forest. So same it is being divided. Okay. So that means the temperate evergreen forest is present near the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. And temperate deciduous forest is present near the Arctic Circle, both the Arctic Circle, south and north. Okay, both the Arctic Circle. Okay, so first of all we will talk about the temperate evergreen forest. Okay, so this is present in the East USA. Then you have the China, East China. Then you have the southern Japan. Okay, these are the area where the temperate evergreen forest is being present. Okay, and you can say it has so much hardwood, like you can say, and the softwood which is useful for the furnitures, like you can say pine, oak, then you have the wattle, eucalyptus. Okay, so these are the important trees which grow in the temperate evergreen forest. Okay, and mainly the animals which live here, the adapted are sheep, cattle, pig. Okay, these are the important animals which are adapted to the temperate evergreen forest. Now we are going to talk about the temperate deciduous forest. This is found in the New Zealand. Then you have the Japan, China, USA, Northeast USA. These are the area we can find the temperate deciduous forest. So this temperate deciduous is near the Arctic Circle. Okay. So this we can say main important is that here the plants which is present in the temperate deciduous forest are having so much thick what we call thick trunk and the broad leaves. Broad leaves means we can say this type of leaf, broad leaves. It will not have this type of thin leaves. It will have the broader leaves. Okay, the shape of the leaf is so much big. Okay, and its trunk means the stem of the plant which having that is called, when the big tree it will call the trunk. Okay, it becomes so much thick. Okay, and it is having a very moderate type of climate here. It has so much moderate type of climate. So it is very easy to adapt in this region. Okay, so mainly the animals which you see like wolves, then you have the foxes, squirrels, okay, beavers. These are the important animals which are adapted to the temperate deciduous forest. Now we are going to talk about the Mediterranean vegetation. This Mediterranean vegetation has its own location near the Mediterranean Sea, and we can say we can find near the southwest USA, Africa. We can say southwest Africa. Then you have the South America. Okay, then you have in Australia, that is southeast West Australia, Greece, Portugal. These are the area we can find the Mediterranean vegetation. And you can know that this Mediterranean vegetation is also called the what we call orchards of the world. Why? Because these are the areas mainly the fruits like what we call orange, apples, and we can say then you have the grapes. These are the important vegetation which are mainly done in this region. That means in the Mediterranean vegetation. Okay, due to that, it is Mediterranean vegetation is called the orchards of the world. Okay, mainly the animals which is very famous adapted to these are the wild goat. Then we have the golden eagle, spiny spouse. Okay, sorry, mouse. Okay, so these are the animals which are adapted to the region. Now we'll talk about the coniferous forest. Okay, mainly we can find in the Arctic region. Okay, mainly we can find in the Arctic region, and it is found in the 50 to 70 degree latitude north. 70 degree latitude north. That means here in this region, Arctic region we can find. Okay, so this has we can say the plants which is having it is so much tall, and it is type of a sloping tree you can find. Sorry, sloping type of tree you can say this way, this type of. Okay, and the leaf of this plant is so much thin, that means a cone shape, this type of cone shape. That is why it is called the coniferous forest. Okay, so what is the most speciality of this leaf is that during the when the sun falls on the earth's surface, what happens? It traps the sunlight. It traps the sunlight because in this region, what happened? There is no sunlight. We can say mainly we cannot see the sunlight. So due to that, what happened? This what we call half of the month we doesn't see the sunlight. Due to that, what happened? This has the speciality to trap the sunlight, and what it used to do, and it will keep it for the another month when there is no sunlight. So it provides the energy and the food to this plant, and it has a sloping type of. So student, as I have told you, it has the needle-like structure of cone shape, which has the ability to trap the sunlight for entire year, and so that it can survive in the ice and snow. Okay, so the plants which you see, it is the tall and it is in the cone shape. Yes or no? You can see the straight and it is tall trees. Okay, so what happened when the snow falls or the snow falls? What happened? It can easily slide off the snow. Okay, so due to that, the branches which is present in this tree has very thin, so it is very flexible, so that whenever the snow or the ice falls over, it can slide it off easily. Okay, so due to that, in what we call in Russia, it is this type of tree is also called the taiga, which means the pure and untouched. Okay, so due to that, okay, so this is how the trees of coniferous forest are present. Okay, so it is mainly in the cold region. It is present in the cold region. Okay, so the like I said, pine, fir, okay, deodar, okay, then you have the spur. These are the important trees which grow in the coniferous forest. Okay, and wildlife, you can say polar bear, then walrus, beavers, reindeer. Okay, so these are the important wildlife which is present, which is adapted to this forest. Okay, so here in this topic we are going to end today's video. In the next video I will discuss about the grassland and the shrubs. Thank you for now.